I think that the topic in this section is probably a centroid of a triangle. If it's not a centroid, then please stop this video and don't listen anymore. I've done it completely wrong. But I think what we have here is a triangle with segments that go from the vertex of one corner to the midpoint of the opposite side. So because they tell me that J, P, and L are midpoints, then these line segments that go from a corner to the midpoint make those three lines really special lines that intersect in a point Q that we call the centroid. A great thing about this setup is that the centroid divides each of those segments into two parts that have a relationship. That relationship is from the vertex to the centroid is 2/3 of the total length, and from the centroid to the midpoint is 1/3 of the total length of the segment. So 2/3, 1/3. On this segment, this would be the 2/3 part, and this would be the 1/3 part. Essentially, from the corner to the middle, or the centroid, is twice as long as this piece that goes to the midpoint. So whatever this is, from K to here, it's twice as big as this little piece right here. So if I take the little part and double it, it should be equal to the big part. Again, if you take the smaller part and double it times 2, it should be equal to the big part. So here's the math. 7, the big part, is equal to 2 times the smaller part. When you distribute the 2, you get 4x minus 12. Adding 12 to both sides gives me 19/4. That seemed messy, so I did it another way and I got the same answer. Now that just is showing that this long piece is 2/3 of the total. You can check that math if you want to pause this later, but I got the same answer, so I feel like that might be right. So that's solving for x on this K to P segment, and then solving for y, that's right here. This is the long part, this is the short part. So if you want them to be equal, you have to take 2 times the short part to make it equal the part that started out bigger in the beginning. So 2 times 3 equals y, or y equals 6. And last but not least, 2 times the short part here, which would be 2 times this, is equal to that. So 2 times 2z equals the long part, 4z, or just 4, I'm sorry. So 4z equals 4, sorry about that. Dividing by 4, you get z equals 1. These two come out even. This looks a little messy, but if centroids is the topic, I think that's correct.